Previously on Realms and Nerds, The Return of Ornon.
He wants to look for something, a smaller pedestal, unhook the monocle of Latutu from his cloak, and put it on the altar.
Seebo, the blood even within your veins starts to feel red hot and almost burning. And suddenly, the monocle flies with incredible speed and smashes into your face. As Brunhilde exhales her last breath, there is a loud sound of a hammer slamming against an anvil as a final send-off from her god Moradin.
Joshamee is going to take her helmet.
Ryder didn't actually start out as any kind of good bard. Unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he caught the wandering eye of a certain demoness, and she granted him the ability to become the greatest bard there is, gave him a magical lute, and he became one of her minstrels. When he dies, he's put into her realm and is forced to play music for all eternity.
There is a large archway, and in the center, you see a scene of utter destruction.
That's hell.
You see a lone figure standing directly in front of the portal. And this lone figure is Malleoculus. And he looks directly at Mikael, and he winks, and then steps backwards through the portal.
You can see with the shape of the temple and the road structure, there is some kind of a power point right here in the city. From the books that I'm reading, there needs to be some kind of an arcane key of some kind to unlock it, and maybe once that is put in, then we would be able to free ourselves from the dome. The key was entrusted to an ally of great power.
Alright guys, you got any ideas who this powerful person entrusted with the key was?
I have distinctly seen this shape, and I know that there is a medallion that does fit this.
Malleoculus.
We're going to hell.
So, I think we've been kicking it around here in Bloodvarn for a long time. Unless you guys have anything else pressing that you want to do, I think we're just going to kind of jump cut to going to the portal.
Gotta get to the hair salon.
Yeah, this is like something that never came up, but something that Seebo was wanting to do was, since the last time that we killed a dragon, he never collected dragon scales. He was going to collect some dragon scales this time.
Okay.
I don't I mean, that probably would have already been done at this point.
Right. Yeah. We'll just say for the sake of clearing everything up. So I'll throw that right. So you have, we'll say after the thing in the tower, y'all take a couple hours to rest and recuperate and take care of any small tasks that you wanted to do. So Seebo wanted to grab some dragon scales. Everybody else, good. Nothing pressing to do.
Rhomash is good. Unless I could collect some arrows.
You already got replenished.
I say I think we replenished.
Everybody got full up.
Okay.
You already said that.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. Also, it's been a while. It's been a little while now, so I think that even if you hadn't gone out to collect them, you also at this point have the fortune of being along with a rather large army. So I think anything you weren't able to physically collect, you could have made for you by one of the suppliers. Within reason. You cannot get, like, new armor or any shit like that, but
okay.
Any sort of consumables, I think we can say y'all have kind of refilled on at this point. Okay, so it's been several hours. You have replenished yourselves, taken a rest. good to go. So I think you all kind of assembled out in the courtyard of the temple. Yes.
Are there any commanders or anything? Like, is there anybody not going into hell with us?
A lot of people.
Okay.
There's only a small group that actually was willing to do this.
Okay.
Remember, and we talked to them. Seebo talked them all down earlier.
Yeah.
A lot of us
is that
pulled the
still?
I got kids at home.
Is that still the case? Most people are not traveling to hell with us.
Correct.
Okay, so before we venture there, Joshamee is going to see Michael real quick.
Okay. You actually can't find Michael right now.
Well, fuck, he needs to find Michael, or I guess Sage works, or Jarrus.
Sage has been out directing patrols to go through and continue securing the city. So we'll say that you, as you guys are assembling in the kind of main open area of the temple, you run into her there.
Hey, I mean, you're not exactly what I'm looking for, but you'll do. How you doing?
What a lovely greeting, Joshamee. What can I do for you?
Thanks so much. So, listen, some of us are about to go to, apparently, hell.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, so, just in case we don't make it back, I don't make it back, I definitely intend on making it back, but just in case, I didn't want this lost in hell. So if you could hold on to this for me, or at least make sure it makes it back to the castle, that'd be grand. And he is going to lift Brunhilde's helmet off of his head and give it to Sage.
She looks at you holding it for a second, and then says, "Don't you think that you might have use for that in hell?"
Very much so, but I don't want to lose it there unless you think I definitely need it. Unless I don't know. I feel like it. Why are you making this have to be such a moment for me? I don't want to lose it. I don't want her memory to be gone from people that cared about her. But you're right. I do. So maybe I should hold on to it till I come back from hell.
Well, the choice is yours, Joshamee. If you would like me to hold on to the helmet, I certainly will.
Ugh. Why you gotta make this such a difficult choice? Fine, I'll hold on to it. Because I could probably, you're right, unless you have another helmet that could help out with that.
No, Joshamee, I do not have another helmet for you.
Then I guess I'll have to hold on to it and hope I don't die. But I appreciate you being willing to hold on to it for me to get it back to the castle. But I guess I'm going to need it. And he puts it back on his head and dips out.
Okay.
All right.
A wonderful waste of time.
All right. So
then he dips back. Oh yeah. Just in case I don't ever see you again and die. Bye, I guess.
She gives you kind of a little. She holds her fist up in like a salute, and then turns and walks away.
Okay, bye. Love you. And he leaves.
Okay, so you all have assembled and descend down the staircase. And when you get to the bottom and open up the door and step inside, you see that a much larger group of soldiers is in front of this portal than you originally expected. There are about 500 men standing in front of it.
Wow! Look at this!
You know, if we got all this, maybe I don't have to go to hell with you guys.
Hey, Joshamee, look at me. Look at me, Joshamee. You can do this. I believe in you. Even though I'm like 70% sure you're gonna die because you don't know how to shut your mouth. But as long as you stay quiet, everybody's gonna stay alive.
Believe me, they're gonna love you down there. They're gonna love you, baby.
I suggest we hoist him on a spear and use him as a lure.
What? Josh, you can't do that. Joshamee, take it from me. One way or another, eventually you are going to hell.
Yeah,
so let's just make this a little sooner, okay?
I can wait it out. I've been doing a pretty good job so far.
This is with hopes of still exiting before you have to enter there for real.
No, yeah, I got that. Thanks for that comfort. Fine, I guess.
That's the spirit.
Since I can leave me alone.
Perhaps you could barter passage out while you're there.
All right. So as you walk forward, these ranks of soldiers part to give you a pathway up to the stairs. and just as you reach the stairs, from around the side of these soldiers, you see Michael appear, and he strides towards you.
Where were you when I needed you, like 5 minutes ago?
Mikael, that's me. I have thought long on your words. I do not feel that this is the best course of action. However, you are a fellow follower of Bahamut, and I will stand behind you. These men are prepared to go in with us.
I see it before me as a path that is clear. Scarcely in my life have I encountered such clairvoyance. I see no other path, and retreat is not something that I can do.
And he nods to you and says, "We are behind you." All right, so are you all proceeding forward through the portal now?
Please, yes.
Yes! No! Yes! Everybody, just say yes!
Ryder jumps through backwards.
Okay, so Ryder jumps through. Everybody else following him?
Correct.
Maybe.
Rhomash strides through.
Yes.
All right.
Begrudgingly.
All right, so you all pass through the portal. In front of you, you see the most horrific scene of battlefield destruction you have ever witnessed in your life. As far as your eyes can see, there are soldiers engaged in mortal combat. You see a constant stabbing and chopping of limbs and clashing of weapons, and yet somehow the crowd of foes never seems to abate at all.
So good being home.
Well, I think I'm gonna head back now.
I thought we were going to hell, not heaven.
So Joshamee turns around and steps right into Michael by accident.
You actually do not.
Oh.
There is no one behind you.
Rhomash grabs him by the shoulder and drags him onward.
Excuse me, did you not hear the voice from above say, I guess maybe not above, it's kind of hard to hear him in here, but that there's nobody behind us.
It has now been about 20 seconds and no one has followed you through the portal.
Ryder? What the fuck?
It seems as though Michael, as how the kids would say, is a bitch.
So wait, is it just the 5 of us in here?
It's just the 5 of you.
Oh shit!
Did everybody clown out? Why couldn't I do that when I had the chance?
It does seem very unlikely that Michael would can't go back on his word quite like that. I mean...
Hold on, I'll go ask him.
Rhomash attempts to step back to the portal.
You bounce right off of where the portal should be.
Well, shit.
Maybe
Guys,
he's not a bitch then.
We're stuck here.
It appears that this portal is under somebody else's control, and that they have isolated us.
Gee, it's not like we opened everything. Of course somebody else has it under its control. We're gonna die in here.
I believe this is what most people would refer to as running straight into the mouth of a trap.
Yes, it does seem as though we've put ourselves in danger. Everybody, please, we handle these situations all the time. Let's stay objective focused, and we're here to kill. Do we know where we're going? Does anybody know where the fuck we are going?
As you look around, Seebo, go ahead and do a perception check.
That is 19.
Okay. So this portal that you came through is up on a little bit of a hill compared to the rest of the field. As you look around, you notice that there are other hills kind of scattered around in no particular order around. And off in the distance on another hill, you can make out what appears to be a short humanoid figure with a brilliant glowing ball where their head should be.
Does anybody else see that glowing figure over there?
I think so. You think that's him?
No, his head is what? Where's his face? I'm sorry, this man has a circle for a head.
Well, we got no other reference apparently. Let's go see what he has to say.
Can I go home yet?
Yeah, let's tread carefully.
The portal is closed. How do you think that you're gonna get through it?
I don't know,
So now that you've been up here discussing for a little bit, the crowd of warriors on the ground has begun to notice you, and the press of the battle is starting to push up the hill towards your group.
Let's get moving before we get stuck in some fucking battle for the rest of our lives.
So, just to clarify, is everyone in this field just fighting each other, essentially? Or is there some form of sides to it?
You're looking for factions.
Well, what I'm asking is,
yes,
all the enemies are fighting each other.
You're trying to see if there's like an east or west.
Right.
I guess do an investigation check.
You're looking for factions.
That is a 22.
Okay. From what you can tell, there are some kind of factions. Not everyone is in a free-for-all melee. However, you can also tell that this is not a clear one side versus another battle. There appears to be, you count about somewhere between 4 to 5 different combatant groups. But at this point, this looks like a very pitched battle, so there are no clear battle lines. There are people helping each other, but it is very dense.
Right.
So it's like free for all with guys who are at top of the lobby.
I guess, sure.
More or less, okay. Right. You got team captains running around with like squads almost. But for the most part, it's organized chaos.
I think it might be time to run for the hills.
Well, we are on a hill currently, and
But
the
there are
nearest
other
hill is
hills.
over there, and that is where we are going.
Then let's go.
Alright, so you guys gonna try and run? What's the game plan here? Are you all just like running,
Squad
or are
up.
you grouping up? What are you doing?
V formation.
I was gonna say, who has shields? I have a shield.
I got a shield.
Okay, shields front, charge.
Okay, so what does this look like? Give me the stack up here.
You ever seen a battering ram?
Yeah, no, I understand what you're trying to do. I'm saying like
a 5-pointed star.
I'm saying like paint me the picture. Who's standing where? What are you guys doing?
I guess Mikhail and I are in front, I guess, with our shields raised.
Yeah. His bow's not going to be very useful in this battle.
Ryder, aren't you kind of like a short guy?
No, I'm
No? I thought you were
He's
short
tall
for
as fuck,
something.
dude.
Oh, okay.
like 6.
Okay.
I'm tall and spindly.
Okay.
I hate to ask this of you, Rhomash, but could I climb on your back?
Excuse me?
Your backpack. Could I just climb on your backpack? Yeah, I think we'll move quicker, and I can provide you with, range support.
In a very Luke and Yoda fashion, I guess Rhomash is letting Seebo climb on his back.
Joshamee wordlessly starts trying to crawl up Mikhail's back.
Careful not to knock any loincloths loose on your way up.
Excuse me a moment, and Joshamee's gonna crawl back down and off.
Okay, so we've got Mikhail and Rhomash in the front. Seebo is on Ramash's back. Are the remaining two guys just gonna kind of get behind them then?
I guess. Don't know how fast we'll be able to go.
Okay. Alright. For everybody whose feet are on the ground... Actually, I guess I'll do this. The two guys in the front, let's see a strength check from you. For Ryder and Joshamee, let's see let's do athletics for you guys. And then Seebo, I want you to just do perception. Give me your rolls. Let's do the strength checks first.
What if I don't want to?
12.
I got a 10.
Okay.
15 for perception.
Okay. And my athletic guys.
23.
7.
That's some good rolls tonight.
Home field advantage, boy.
So right off the bat, you get a decent push. However, there's a little bit of stumbling, and you guys almost like just completely biff it. But because Seebo has that high up advantage, he kind of is yelling out commands and giving you sort of the best path through, so you're kind of haphazardly running through.
How you holding up, Mikhail?
It would be a bit easier if there were a few less of them and more of us, but I like a challenge.
I can arrange that.
No kidding.
You got this, Joshamee. Keep running.
Shut your mouth.
Okay. Suddenly, the press of the battle gets almost too much for you guys to bear, and you are ground to a halt, and you're just barely holding your ground in place. Just as it appears like you guys are about to be overrun by this battle, suddenly the glowing light figure that you saw before kind of appears in the center of all of you, and reaching out kind of like brushes his hand across all of you, and suddenly you all see a flash of bright light, and then you appear somewhere else. You are now in some kind of a chamber with stone floors, but you can't see much because the head of this person is like blindingly bright.
Who the hell are you?
What?
Can you turn down the light a little bit? I can't exactly see.
Is he gonna...
Mikhail takes a large whiff through his nostrils to see if he can smell any evil coming on.
Divine scent.
Is he gonna kill us? Do it quickly.
You cannot smell any evil coming off this guy. Well, maybe a little whiff. You hear a voice call out, "Well, alright, I'll turn down the brightness a little bit." What the Sam fucking hell are y'all doing here?
Oh my god. Oh, please, friend. Just give me a hug, man. Give me.
And this is your good buddy, Roland, but he has no head.
Roland! Roland, please! Hello, are you you really here? Why are you in hell? I have very many questions. I watched
Why does this man have no head? What is...
To cut a long story a bit short.
I like the pun. I'll give that to you. Now, continue.
Just a bit off the top. Anyway, a not so close friend of ours, more like an evil acquaintance in black leather, not of my
man, you
taste.
suck it.
Listen, I'll cut it even shorter for you. Some dang idiot cut my head off in the middle of a bank heist.
We were the ones
Strictly cut off our exit.
We robbed a... When did we rob a bank?
Shh, we'll talk about this later, big guy.
Color me surprised.
Why
You guys
didn't-
are more interesting than I thought.
Why didn't you call me for a bank heist? I'm really good at those. That's like literally what I do.
We robbed
Now,
a bank?
Joshamee, right here.
Listen, to answer your question from before, I've been to hell so many times, they can't devise a single cage to keep me in here. I would already been gone, but I can't find my damn head.
You're my new best friend.
So, what exactly are we looking at right now?
Well, this, and he gestures around, is my, well, I mean, it's a portal room. I like to call it the hippity-hoppity escape room, but, it's a portal room. What can I say?
I kind of like that name. The hippity-hoppity escape room.
And so, as you look around, you're in a stone chamber, and there are a bunch of different branching hallways that go off of it. And all of the hallways are lined by these sort of shimmery, pools, but they're, into the wall.
So, you have the ability to teleport through hell?
Listen, Sonny, I can teleport wherever I want to.
Oh gosh, yes, of course, Roland.
Teach me your ways, oh wise one.
Like I said, I can't find my head.
So you can't go back to Pridea until you find your head?
I can go back, I just don't want to be walking around like the fucking headless horseman. Kinda hard to be incognito without a head, don't you think?
Well, Roland, we really need your help.
Your accent is atrocious, but I enjoy the things that you are saying.
We really...
Where'd you pick this one up from?
He picked us up.
Rydarius, Hydrangea, Sarsaparilla III. Esquire, at your service, sir.
We call him Ryder.
Roland suddenly kind of like tenses up a little bit, and he cocks his head and looks at you, and he goes,
Cox is what?
I'm sorry. He cocks his glowing orb.
Oh, that's good.
Got him!
Got him good.
He cocks the glowing orb that is substituting his head and goes, "Oh, you're one of hers."
One of whose?
Yes, exact same question. Ryder, why does Roland know you?
Oh, this boy, he's got some underworld connections.
Don't we all?
I guess I can't put a face to your voice. Who are you again? And how do I know you? I feel like we've met somewhere. I feel like your voice is very familiar.
He said his name was Roland like 5 minutes ago.
Name's Roland. You might remember me from the, what was it? About, 20 years ago, the battle tournament. I cut that beast in half with the little portal trick. You were a little preoccupied playing jester to Her Majesty.
This just got way more interesting.
No.
Tell us more.
Who's Her Majesty?
Listen, y'all. I gotta go. Don't touch anything. And then he disappears.
Who's Her Majesty, Ryder?
Ryder, are these connections you have?
Aren't you supposed to know how always have like a silver tongue or something? Spit it out!
I have to go use the restroom.
Listen, no, I don't.
Over there.
No, listen, I don't want to fuck this up. He said don't move, don't touch anything, don't go anywhere. I want to learn from him. We're gonna listen to what he says.
Rhomash grabs him by his shirt and is like,
Ryder, why are you not telling us anything there,
Why are
bud?
you sweating, aside from all the heat down here?
I probably shouldn't say her name lest she show up here.
Was her name Tiamat or something?
No. Remember I told you that I serve this person? I'm, how you would say, somebody who is gifted with magical powers because of reasons?
Did you make a deal with a devil?
Or more like his cousin.
See, it would be 10 times more creepy if it was my cousin.
Then there was definitely
so it's that kind of relationship.
Perhaps you could write.
What kind of magical powers did he need to sell your soul to the devil for?
Well, if you have to know,
I do.
He takes out his violin and
Wait, so you sold your soul to learn to play music?
In a sense, in no way original.
That's the saddest way to sell your soul I've ever heard.
Now, please.
And I've heard of a lot of ways to sell your soul to a deity.
Anyway.
Ryder, please. Invoke her name.
Say it.
Or don't
Say it.
Or don't say it so we don't lose this great place. And
her name is Shidon Voluptua.
I have never heard of
Bless you.
Shidon Voluptua before.
And, nothing really happens.
well, that was fun.
I don't trust you.
Now let's you can stay where you are, because I don't even trust you. And that's saying something.
I no longer want to be in hell with you. Out of all the things I'd ever say to someone, I thought that if we're already here in hell together, I'd want to be with someone who's actually, alive still, and yet I find myself not wanting to be with you. In hell.
Especially considering he doesn't even have a soul to bargain with. He's more than willing to sell us out.
Are we going to keep laying on, or are you going to stop?
Well,
we're going to continue, though you will be under, shall we say, Softer pretenses than spring's last ice.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much else to do in here while we're waiting, so why not? You're sad and lonely. Sorry, that was a bit too harsh. But you are.
So, are we really not gonna go anywhere?
Where is there to go?
Yeah,
Rhomash starts slowly walking around the room.
Just don't touch anything, Rhomash, alright?
Yeah.
He starts like looking down the hallways and at the walls. And
Yeah, Seebo would like to perceive this whole place with his normal sight and through the monocle.
So yeah, go ahead and, I guess, do your perception.
So... 31?
Dude, you are broken as fuck.
He's just really good at perceiving things, I guess.
33. No, that's not right. The first one would be 27, the second one would be 28.
You can make out the carrot and the gold leaf and the paintings around the room.
He found Waldo.
Okay.
I did bad math.
In the closed book.
As you look around, this all of the stonework in this chamber and all of the adjoining hallways seems to be of excellent craftsmanship. This is a chamber that you cannot leave through non-magical means. You examine pretty much all over the place, and there are no doors or secret passages out.
Okay.
Windows?
No, nothing. It's completely closed up. With your kind of extra sight that you have, you're able to get kind of a glimpse sort of through the walls, and behind the walls is absolutely nothing. And so you surmise that this room and the adjoining hallways is in some kind of its own
pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension, or some kind of an extra dimensional area.
I was thinking about. Now the question is, are we still in hell?
We're not in hell.
You're not technically anywhere.
We're in Roland's pocket.
Oh God.
Or the pocket of someone else that Roland has built a dimension in.
I don't know how you guys all feel about being in another dimension, but I'm fairly certain
We're well past that.
we are no longer in hell.
Oh, good.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, good.
Great. How the
Great,
fuck do
now-
we go anywhere now?
Doesn't matter.
However,
Now we're not gonna die.
we are encased in a fully enclosed room, and I can perceive no way out.
Good. That means
So-
we don't have to fuck up.
Did anyone bring snacks?
I got some jerky.
I brought a
Really?
dwarf.
Hello? Hello?
I got booze. Hello.
Hi?
What?
What are you saying hi to? Hello?
Did nobody just say my name?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Sorry, I must be hearing things.
We're in a little box. How can you be here?
No, you see, it was right there again. Did none of you say... seriously, none of you?
Rhomash leans over to the others and is like,
Should we tie him up or something? I mean, we're getting a little worried about
Guys,
him.
shh. Hey, everybody, please. Just... listen.
SCA on the Ops Ray.
Would you like to take a whiff? Would you like to take a whiff?
What?
Because if he's hearing things, he's either going crazy because we're in a pocket dimension, or he's hearing something that shouldn't be here. So, would you like to take a whiff, please?
I did take a deep breath as soon as we entered this space, and was it right before?
It was before.
Oh,
That was before. And all of a sudden, Seebo is kind of just drops to the ground.
Well,
Oh my god, he died.
So you all see Seebo hit the ground.
oh well.
Inside Seebo's head, he is now sitting in some kind of a tavern. Or at least that's what he sees.
Oh, yeah, another one, please. Just, I don't care what it is. Wow. What? Did I... Seebo looks around. Wait, where am I?
Hello, Seebo.
Hello? I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Oh, not directly. The name's Tom Latutu.
Tom Latutu, nice to meet you. Wait, your name, it sounds very familiar. Have I read a book about you before?
He taps right next to his eye.
wait a minute. And Seebo then realizes that he has a monocle on his eye that is identical to the one on this guy.
You seem to have come into possession of my monocle.
Huh. You know, this thing is, it's very handy. I have to say, it's gotten me in and out of a few, very hairy situations.
Oh, but Seebo, you've gotten yourself into a very hairy situation, haven't you?
Well,
Blood magic?
Oh. You,
Tisk tisk, Seebo. You should know better than that.
What do you mean it seemed like the only option at the time.
Oh.
Mr. Latutu, can I call you Tom?
Of course, my boy, of course.
Tom, I don't see, how is that my, hairy situation right now? Last time I checked, me and my companions are somewhere in hell and also somewhere in a completely different dimension.
Because, my boy, because of the price of blood magic.
Which is?
You sold your soul!
Oh. I have like a few of those, right? Like it's not a big deal. It's like a
Nope, that's a one and done deal, my dude.
Okay, so
you're in a real pickle.
But okay, so I don't have a soul now.
Nope.
Does that influence my? Do I die, or is it like a medical condition? Can I get
well,
treatment?
see, here's the deal. All right, so you did your blood magic in a temple, so therefore your soul goes to the patron of that temple, i.e. Tiamat.
Oh.
So when you die, you're gonna be Tiamat's bitch for the rest of your life, and that won't go so well for you, cause you know, she's a dragon, and yeah.
That is, oh my gosh, Mikael's going to kill me.
So
I'm gonna get a sword through the heart, and then I'm gonna have to go and live with Tiamat for the rest of my life.
But I've got some good news for you, my friend.
Okay, well, you just told me I lost my soul, so just about anything is good news from that.
Well, you know, I gotta build up the anticipation. You know, you're a performer, the theatrics.
Yes.
So here's the deal, and he gestures around this tavern room, which is quite full, actually. Every single person in here is one of your direct ancestors. Meaning that we are all very fucking good thieves.
So
here's the plan, my boy. You keep doing you. We are going to steal your soul. And then like that, you are back with your companions.
Oh my... Whoa. Oh, what a headache.
You know, maybe if he is dead, that means there's less...
Guys, everybody shut up. Everybody just shut up.
For the record, I was the one who wasn't going to steal your stuff, and the dwarf was the one who was going to.
I wasn't gonna steal
your
his
body.
stuff.
As soon as Seebo wakes up, the first thing he feels for is the monocle.
I mean, it's still there unless somebody else took it off your body.
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's still there.
Just making sure, you know, I can never be too certain when Joshamee's around.
Oh my god, I said I wasn't gonna steal your shit. I was just talking about how if you were dead, we didn't have to, have the shares go to 5 people instead of 4 from whatever the hell we're getting from all this adventure shit.
Right. Mikael?
That's me.
Perhaps I could talk to you for a moment. Over in that corner.
Yes, privacy in what you have told me is a pocket dimension?
Yes. Just... He kind of pulled him aside. Mikael, did you know that you can sell your soul?
I'm quite aware. I sold mine a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So what I'm struggling with is apparently I accidentally sold my soul.
And who was your elder god of choice? He says as he admires a dagger on his belt.
Well, I don't know. To be honest, it's gonna sound crazy, but I just...
How, pray tell, could you sell your soul to a god without knowing who?
Okay. So I just talked to,
That usually involves a very personal conversation with said deity.
Well, I just had a conversation with my great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy.
Ah, ancestral moments. They descend on us usually in the darkest of times.
Well, he informed me that apparently performing blood magic in a god's temple is the price of that is the selling of a soul.
Yes, and I'm assuming now that your knowledge of magic to this point is rudimentary, at best?
Well, okay, I'm gonna just jump right to it, and please don't kill me, I accidentally sold my soul to Tiamat. Okay.
There is only one way to deal with this.
Please
we will have to kill you.
Oh, Mikhail.
No, hey. We just need to chill out. We need to take it easy.
He needs to go have a conversation with the one that he had sold his soul to. Do whatever labor is required of him, and return to the land of the living. The only way to do that directly is to die.
See, I never made any kind of contract. There's no fine print, you know?
Well, if you were to say, run it short, what better way to call up the contract than if it seemed to be cut short of its normal test drive?
But if you...
Are we actually going to let him kill him? Because I am totally into this, but what? I don't think this is such a good idea. Especially...
Yes. I was gonna say, I think Ryder just walked up.
Unless he was eavesdropping on you.
I think Ryder probably would.
Well,
let's have him do a stealth check to find out.
Oh,
I mean,
shit.
he's a stinky boy around me.
Okay, stealth check. Oh, that's a 25.
Okay.
Yeah, he was definitely sneaking your conversation.
Stealthy. I'm sorry, Ryder, what are you yelling about over there?
What are you going on about?
What's going on? I feel like Josh and Rhomash are now walking up to this private
we're walking over to Guy to figure out the fuck he's going on about.
You sold your soul to...
Wait, he sold his soul?
What? He sold his soul?
Okay, everybody just stop looking at me, please.
Now I want to look at you even more.
Mikhail,
What's it feel like?
Mikhail. Look, you're not gonna... I don't understand this, but please, apparently... My ancestors are currently devising a plan to steal my soul back for me, so that I don't have to die and I don't have to, pay up on my contract with Tiamat. And I know that not paying up on a contract is something that you wouldn't necessarily agree with, but at the same time, it is Tiamat, and I know that you hate her.
Seebo.
Seebo!
I will give you 72 hours once we reach the land of the living. If in that window you can successfully have a reunion with your ancestors and bring more tidings, once we reach the land of the living, where you can be properly offered up to the god that you have already sold your soul to, then we shall regroup and have a meeting?
I think they call it a powwow.
I can't believe of all the gods you sold your soul to, it was Tiamat.
Well, it was nice knowing you. I will
need to gather
that I met you, I liked you.
I will need at least that much time to gather the materials to properly offer up a acolyte of Tiamat.
I volunteered to help and I get his stuff when we kill him.
Hey, boys. Yeah, while you're all having fun, can we figure out a way to get the hell out of here? I'm getting bored.
Here's the answer. Roland comes back, takes us where we go.
So you're telling me I'm stuck in this fucking little box with the four of you?
Don't make it sound like it's such a bad thing.
Until our host returns, it does seem that is our, more or less problem.
Listen, it's great. We've got booze.
Yeah, I can't cope with this. Seebo pulls out his bag of holding.
What the fuck?
His bag of weed holding.
Yes, packs a pipe and starts hotboxing this room.
Whoa.
I think the room's a little too big to hotbox unless you're really gonna go at it.
Okay, he starts smoking.
You've got good stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I am from the White Timber Forest.
Can I?
Yes, as long as you don't help Mikhail kill me. I never thought this was going to be a bargaining chip.
You know what? I'll just stick with my booze.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Seebo passes the pipe off.
Because when I do kill you, I get all your shit, including your weed holder.
The deal is that I get to kill him.
Oh, absolutely. You can kill him all you want. I don't need that on my hands.
All right, so Seebo and Ryder have a puff puff pass moment, and the rest of you sit around. So it's now been a solid couple of hours that you've just been chilling in here.
Seebo, you're like my best friend now, man. I don't want you to die, dude. You're so cool. And
hey, man,
shit.
Look, I'm not gonna die. I've just found out that apparently my family is like still around and they're like still fighting for me, man. And that's like really hits me in the heart just knowing that all these relatives, man, they still care about me. And I don't really want to die, and I don't want to go and work for Tiamat. But
no, she sucks, man. She sucks bad.
Do you know her?
No, but I've seen her. Her plane of hell. It sucks, man. It just sucks.
Ryder, could you? I'm sorry, but could you tell me about what your selling of the soul was like? It might help me get through this.
Well, she really wants to have sex with me, and I just don't want to give it to her, so...
Is she like... is she ugly or something?
No, she just...
Is it multiple heads?
It's like...
Is it the eyes? Is it spider legs?
No, it's hard to explain.
It's voluptuous.
She's into some really weird shit.
Oh, BDSM. Yeah, I've been there a few times. The jailer's daughter. Let me tell you what.
The fuck?
It's the only time I ever actually wanted to be in prison.
It's a very specific kind of daddy issues.
Oh, God.
Good day. I'm Ken.
And I'm Steve, and we're the hosts of the Nerd Cantina show where nerd culture and society intersect.
Whether you come for entertainment news
or some space and science talk,
we are here to keep you informed on weekly nerd topics and discuss how they affect us as a society.
As well as having in-depth interviews in our Cantina Conversation and Fight Me Fridays.
Just like any cantina, we want you to join in on the conversation.
From our blog at thenerdcantina.com, our voicemail line, or our closed Facebook group at thenerdcantina.com/community where we really get to interact with our fans.
So pull up a stool and get involved in our community.
Hey everybody, RJ here. Thank you again so much for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate you. It's like almost 4 a.m. and I kind of feel like crap, something with my sinuses, so I'm going to try to make this the quickest commercial break that I have ever done. Apologies that it's been like 4 months since an episode. I did get an episode of Seed Country out, so like I had some sort of podcast content coming out. And I've been doing my Twitch streams. If you want to catch that, I'm now dual streaming to both Kick and Twitch. Twitch is still RedSun55 Gaming. Kick is just kick.com/RedSun55. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 10 p.m. Eastern to 2 a.m. Eastern. So hope to see you there. But yeah, really sorry that there hasn't been an episode. I don't really have anything much more to say on that other than I'm I'm kind of in the mindset currently. I think I hyperfixate on things, and my hyperfixation right now is getting episodes out. So I think there's going to be a period where you're going to get a lot of episodes again. So yay. All right. So, yeah, thanks again for listening. There's a new social media app since our last episode, Threads, via Instagram. So if you have an Instagram account, you can get a Threads account. It's going to be the same username as Instagram. We're already on there. That's the same as we are on all social medias. Realms Nerds, RealmsNerds. If you post online about the show on any social media, please use the hashtag Realms Nerds to help point people towards the podcast. Yeah, we're also, obviously, we're still on Twitter. We're not abandoning Twitter, at least not yet. We have a Facebook page, Instagram page, a TikTok, although I basically never use it. That, and I think even a Pinterest, whatever, it doesn't matter. Social media, if we're there, we're there. If we're not, we're not. Yeah, don't forget to share the show with friends. Sharing the show is the best way to get the podcast, to get new listeners. If you would like to financially support me, help me, not have to spend so much time at my real job, you can support me over on Patreon. It is the Red Blade Productions Patreon, so I'm guessing it's patreon.com/Red Blade Productions, something like that. There will be a link in the episode description. There's links for everything there. I think the tiers are all $5 currently. I don't know. I don't have any people on there yet, so I'm not super worried about things. However, I do know that for this podcast, there's a tier. I've tiered them currently towards what you're there for, because this is a Patreon that covers this podcast, the Cedar Country podcast, and my video game content. The tier for this podcast, you have access to these episodes ad-free, so you won't have to hear me yapping at you in the middle of the episode like you are right now. And then also there will be Patreon exclusive campaigns. We have one that we have recorded completely. I just haven't done any of the editing for. It is a campaign that is called A Spirited Tale. It is DM'd by Ash, who is Rhomash Scarbearer in this campaign that you're listening to right now. It's a really, really fun one. It's not the same group of guys either. There's, I can't math, 3 of us that are from this group that you're listening to right now that are in that group. Ray, who is Ryder, and then myself and Ash. And then Ash's brother, my other cousin Chris, is also there. And then our friend Damien is also there. He's had some appearances. I don't know if he's shown up in anything I've released yet, but if not, he'll show up at some point in something that's available for everybody. But if you want to have exclusive content, an exclusive campaign or 2 or 3, you can join our Patreon, and then, at some point I'll start getting those out. I do plan to put either the first episode or a really good episode from each of those, or both, I guess, from those campaigns available to everybody, so people can get an idea what it is. But yeah, obviously nobody's obligated to do anything, whatever. But the Patreon is there if you feel so inclined. Like I said, the most important thing is just sharing the show with people that you think would also like it, leaving us reviews, let us know how we did. So yeah, well, this wasn't as short as I thought it was, but that's because I'm pretty rambly, especially if I don't have a script to go off of. Thank you so much to our friend Kyle for composing the main theme of the podcast. Thank you as well to every single one of you for listening and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Don't worry, we're still here. We record every week. I'm just bad at editing. That's honest to God, that's the truth. We're not going anywhere. There's hours of content left for you. So thanks again, guys. Enjoy the rest of the episode. I really like this episode. I had a lot of fun with it, especially the piece that you heard earlier when he was introducing the battle into hell. I was incorporating, I watched Drum Corps International either earlier this month or last month, and used to do marching band, and I've really wanted to do a piece that incorporated marching band style music. I've done a concert band piece in our other campaign, But it was really fun to kind of like do a marching band kind of style piece for this. And I just love doing the music, but it also is part of it's part of what really adds time to an episode. So if there's a lot of music in an episode, then it probably took a bit for the episode to be edited. And a lot of it was the music, because music composing. Anyways, thanks again, guys. Until next episode, which will be, let's see, the way that these are going currently, I think it's going to be episode 13, maybe 14. I don't know right now. It's not in front of me, of the Vasanoka Adventures. But yeah, so until then, take care of yourselves, stay awesome, and enjoy the rest of the episode.
Hey, this is Ken M.
Padawan J.
Coach Duffy. From the Ocho Duro Parlay Hour podcast. Every week, the ODPH is talking sports, movies, TV, comics, and more. It's always a parlay of topics on each episode. You can find the ODPH on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and wherever you find great podcasts, such as the one you're listening to right now. Don't forget to check out OchoDuroParlayHour.com, where you can find the links to all of the ODPH social media accounts, links to the bands whose music you hear each week on the show, hashtag 607 podcast info, and parlay points, our companion blog section of the show. Thanks for listening to the ODPH. Now get back to your regularly scheduled podcast.
Rhomash is going to walk over to one of the portals because he can't stand it anymore.
Rhomash!
What are you doing?
I am bored. I am sick of being stuck in this room not doing anything with my life. I'm going to poke around and see what happens.
Wait.
No.
It's a good idea.
No,
Leave me
it's
alone.
not. He told us to wait here. Don't touch anything. Don't
Too late, I'm doing it.
Rhomash, let me try something real quick.
Rhomash starts walking over to a portal. So where you're going to do...
Joshamee is going to go and try and tackle him away from the
A
portal.
dwarf is going to tackle a
Okay.
dragonborn.
I guess do this like a straight up strength contest, I guess.
5.
That's 16, my boy.
Okay.
So basically, I just cling on his leg.
Joshamee kind of just bounces off of Rhomash.
Rhomash just brushes it off.
Don't touch anything.
Seebo is going to try to write on the ground with a little piece of charcoal in his bag, some thieves' cant, with a message calling Roland back.
Okay. You write your message, and
I guess now we wait. Rhomash, please don't step through the portal.
What do we wait? I mean, we're waiting for Roland, but why do you say it like that?
Well, it's just I'm just trying something. I mean, before we go poking around in random portals, I thought we might try to contact him directly.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
I mean,
Rhomash is going to walk over to the nearest portal and just take a quick peek through it before doing anything. See if he can see anything.
Peek through it or at it?
like looking at it or crossing the barrier.
Looking at it.
Okay. As you look at it, you cannot see. It's like a shimmery pool almost. You can't really see anything through it.
Okay,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
So, Ryder is going to yell YOLO and run through the nearest portal.
Oh, Joshua's going to try and tackle him while he runs at a
You're
portal.
on the ground, dude.
I got back up.
You know
We've
what?
been talking for like a solid minute.
I think he was too quick. You weren't expecting him to go through, so he gets through
Ryder,
before you can get there.
He eats through the portal. Rhomash is going to step through his portal.
Oh my god, you guys didn't even go through the same portal. He's gone. Who am I even talking to? They didn't even go through the same portal. What's up with that? What happens if they end up in two completely different places?
Rhomash is dumb. Ryder is dumb. Out of all the people, you know, I didn't think that we would be the ones here.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, did Rhomash actually go through?
Yeah, they both
did.
Okay, different portals or the same one?
Different.
Okay, different. Okay.
This is going to be fun. I can't wait to see what happens.
I mean, you could have one.
We're going to die.
Mikhail. No, wait, no, you care too much about the fact that he sold his soul to Tiamat. I'm not worried about you.
Yeah, he's just been sitting in a corner sharpening his scalping knife.
I'm definitely not going through a portal, because if I go back to
good,
Pridea, then that my 72 hours start. And,
Yeah, I like what you're thinking. Kind of. I want your stuff, but I also don't want you to go through a portal and fuck this up.
Is there anything about the design of the portals that indicates where the destination may be?
I thought he said it was just kind of a silvery, shimmery pool for all of them.
Like anything about the design of the frame. Even in Minecraft, the portal's made of obsidian. So.
That sounds like a roll.
Yes, one that has a heart shape, another one looks like a halo.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Like one looks like a candy cane.
I'm going to Halloween Town.
That's an 18.
Okay. You go and look at both of the portals that they jumped through. And they're actually, both the portals they went through were in the same, branch of the hallway.
Right.
And so, as you examine all of these portals, you are able to make out that there is some kind of lettering above them that appears to be a really ancient language that you can't quite read, but you can discern enough, given your studies of ancient tongues at the temple, you can determine enough that both of these go to other planar realms.
As in different ones?
Correct. So, I'll give you this. You can tell that they are not going back where you came from before, and you can tell that they're definitely not going to take you back to the main, overworld of Pridea.
Okay. So either way, you're still stuck in hell, more or less?
You're somewhere. But you're in neither.
You're not in
We
Pridea.
didn't go back where we were, so we're not back in hell. Or at least not that portion of hell. We could
cut to Doctor Strange on the top of Everest.
So are the three of you just staying in this portal room, or
no reason to leave so far?
I deem, from the appearance of these portals, that our two traveling acquaintances have ended up in destinations nowhere near each other.
Cool.
And how exactly do you determine that?
Well, you see these characters above the doorways.
Well, I do now.
Yeah.
32!
Nat 20.
Nat 20, 32.
Wait. What am I? What is it? Investigation?
Yeah. Well, I see, yes.
That's an 11.
Okay.
You're not very good at perceiving things there, bud.
Seebo's gonna look at...
Joshamee can barely tell that there's markings above these doorways.
Yeah, they look like they've been here a long time. I can hardly notice them.
So much for being a dwarf.
He's gonna look at all of the inscriptions above these doors.
Okay.
See if anything stands out. If you can determine what any of them mean.
Okay. I'm gonna give you this. We'll say that to save ourselves a conversation, we'll say that you were able to put your head together with Mikhail, given the knowledge that he had of this, and collectively you were able to determine that both of these planes are marked with something that you roughly translate to mean active living area. And you're not really sure exactly what that means. You get kind of the sense that maybe it's like they're like more active planes and they're not like a purgatory or something.
Oh, please send me to the Beastlands. Please send me to the Beastlands.
Well, maybe perhaps this place of living means he has some form of home set up there? An outpost, perhaps.
Well, nothing ventured and nothing gained.
Oh my god, you too?
But which one do we go after? Rhomash or...
None of the above. We wait here for Roland so he can teach us how to do cool transportation shit.
We send in the rogue.
We don't send in the rogue.
From behind you, you see a flash on the floor near where Seebo drew his thieves' cant.
Oh my god, is it Roland?
I don't know, we turn around and look at it.
That's what he's saying as he turns around.
As you walk over there and look, in Thieves' Cant has been kind of sort of scorched onto the stone a message, and Seebo reads it and it simply says, "Busy, talk later."
Okay, guess we'll just wait until he can get back to us.
Well, we split up then? You take the dwarf and go after Dragon Boy.
You don't take the dwarf. The dwarf don't
Wait,
go nowhere.
Wait. We have no idea of knowing if, much like the portal that got us to that layer of hell, if once we pass through these, that they are not a one-way door.
Good point. I vote we stay here.
Hold on. I propose a much more dangerous plan.
That is definitely not my middle name, so no.
But hold on, that was only before I considered a mode that would not possibly end in dismemberment. Hold on, do you have a length of rope?
Yes, I do, right here.
Will you fasten it about your waist?
Oh boy. Seebo fastens the rope.
Now, if you venture into this portal and find that you are not able to return through it, simply pull on the rope until either one of us follows through or until the rope just disappears into your hand.
This seems very scientific.
But if you find that there are enemies within that we cannot overcome, simply tug on the rope and release it, and we will pull you out immediately.
Okay, yeah, sure.
But if it seems safe, just keep walking, I assume.
I'll go in after the Ryder. And Seebo is going to give a little salute and step into the portal.
Okay, so for those of you on the other side of the portal, you see Seebo pass through, and about 10 feet of the rope follows him, and then suddenly the end of the rope that is touching the portal drops to the ground, and you can see that it has been severed.
Well, as I suspected, it appears that there is a time lapse with the doorways being open, almost like a revolving door.
All that sounds like I should just stay here and wait for Roland. If you want to go, have fun.
Yep. You must go after Rhomash.
No. You can't make me go anywhere.
I would like to do a strength check.
No,
okay.
Hold up.
To pick him up. Oh, shit. That's a 5.
You can't pick that
Okay.
fat ass up.
Wait, unless he gets.
I guess do a strength roll as well.
Fail.
That's a 3.
Somehow, you are able to pick up a wiggling Joshamee and hoist him in the air.
No, fine. You know what? Fine. Let's cut a deal. I'll allow you to throw me through there since you won fair and square. If you'll allow me to leave a message here for Roland before you toss me through the door. I don't even have to stand on the ground. You can just kind of hold me towards the ground and I can write it there.
I'll wait here for him.
No, you're not waiting here for nobody.
Alright, what are we doing, guys?
If I go through, you go through.
Listen, I only meant to frighten you. If Roland does return, tell him precisely which portals each of us has ventured into and why. That is all that I entrust to you.
Okay.
Without further ado, I will follow after our once removed and now returned brainless friend.
Sounds good. Now can you put me down then?
Yes, fair enough. I didn't even get to use my pinky.
What?
Huh?
Well, the strength of just one pinky.
Oh, I thought you were gonna stick.
Okay, so you set.
Oh God!
You set Joshamee down, and then you're following after Rhomash.
Yep.
Okay.
Not even bothering to tie rope because
it doesn't work.
The one experiment is just like shit.
Okay, so Joshamee, you are fully committed to staying in this portal room.
Is this what you want? You want to see PCs die?
I'm just before we move forward. Everybody's got to lock into their decision before we move forward. So
yes, He's committed.
You are fully committed. You are staying in the portal room.
Yes.
Okay.
Nah, that takes some guts, man. Just sitting there in silence.
He's got booze.
See, he give himself a drunk.
And he can take a nap too. He already took one earlier.
Until he falls through one of the portals while he's drunk. You just gotta make sure he doesn't get blackout.
Falls into Mount Celestia.
All right. Ryder, with reckless abandon, jumped through this portal, and everything kind of felt sort of like it was speeding around him for a second, and then he lands in a large, sort of open, kind of looks like the top of a tower, perhaps. There are, he can see well off into the distance around, and it appears to be this area of kind of like a red sky, but then off in the horizon, he can see maybe some mountains or something. Around the outside, there are stone pillars kind of ringing this top of this tower. In the center, there appears to be some kind of a festivity going on. There's a large banquet table. There's a lot of people dancing and having a good time, some performers. And at the far end, on a raised dais, sort of laying reclined on a chase lounge, is a woman. And as he comes through the portal, she looks up and goes, "Oh, Ryder, my darling! Whatever are you doing here?"
Oh, you're so fucked.
Oh, shit. Come and give me a kiss.
Hello, ma'am. I will be down in a second.
A couple of guards actually come up next to you and kind of walk you over there.
Before that happens, he's touching the portal. He's touching where the portal once was. It's like, give me out of here.
Nothing happens. You are escorted over to this woman who is in fact the Lady Valuptua, and she gives you a huge kiss and says,
"Yeah, no, he's still in hell."
"Oh, my darling, I've missed you so much. Have you come to join me? You're just in time for the banquet." "Well, I mean, it's always the banquet, but you know what I mean."
I guess so. Oh, shit.
"Now, my dear Ryder, my bed is still empty. Have you come to fill that position as well?"
Oh, shit.
You got your own Neander there, bud.
I guess so.
Wonderful, splendid. Now, listen, you've been gone for far too long. You must sing us a song of your travels. Everyone gather around. Ryder is going to sing us a song.
He starts looking around, just kind of,
Now come along, you silver-tongued devil. I know you've got a song in you. Come sing us a song.
Is this thing on? So, I got thrown down a hole, or I guess I kind of went down it myself.
It would appear that the young Ryder has developed a stage fright. I mean, I can't imagine what he sold his soul for if he's going to have stage fright, but no matter. Here, come. Put some drink in him. Perhaps he'll have a song for us later.
So I got a joke if you guys want to hear a joke. One of the guys I was running with sold his soul to Tiamat.
And the entire crowd erupts into laughter. Why on earth would he do something silly like that? And just on cue, Seebo then stumbles through the portal.
As soon as he gets to this portal, he's going invisible.
Okay. We now jump over to Rhomash. Rhomash is currently hiding. You came through your portal and found yourself in what appears to be the hell equivalent of an industrial factory. It's a large kind of heavy, like, stone and metal structure. There's all kinds of goblins building various inscrutable things. And at the center of it all is a large monstrosity that has 2 heads. One is much larger than the other. And instead of a stomach, it has a large forge. And it is making all manner of terrible weaponry. The large head appears to be the forger. It has a hammer that it swings to forge this metal, and then holds it up to the smaller head that inspects the quality. At which point it then passes inspection or goes back for more work. So you've been in here for several minutes now and have been hiding behind some crates, trying to figure out what your next move is here.
Oh, I wish I could turn into a rat or something.
Do you know what a rat is?
Nope.
Mikhail, go ahead and do a stealth check for me.
That's an 11.
Okay. Rhomash, you hear a little bit of noise and you turn behind you and you see Mikhail somewhat clumsily kind of come through where you knew the portal was before and sort of look like he's trying to get his bearings here.
Rhomash grabs him by the shoulder and quickly ducks him back behind the crates.
Shh. We are in a very, very bad place right now. This was not my best idea.
Well, how long did it take you to gather that? And it's got quite a line of competition, let me tell you.
We'll get to that later. So, as best I can tell, I'm not exactly sure where we are, but it looks like some kind of weapons factory of the worst kind. Goblins every fucking where. And they got the big boss who's got 2 heads, and his stomach is a forge that is literally making these horrific weapons.
So, then you're telling me that both in one place we have flammable things and, a more or less an opportunity at sabotage?
What? Sabotage for who?
I apologize. My mind is almost always on war. I am merely thinking of how we could more or less throw a wrench in the works here in hell, but...
You're assuming we're in hell. I don't even know what kind of hell this would be.
True.
We gotta get out of here.
Do these goblins appear to be alive?
Do they?
Yeah, I won't even really make you roll for that. They do appear to be alive. They're pretty fiendish looking, but they're definitely alive.
Yeah, the goblins are alive, for sure. I don't know. We might be in the realm of some forge demon or some shit like that. We gotta get out of here, man. There's no use trying to get back through the portal. I already tried. It is not there anymore. We gotta find a way out.
Yeah, duly noted.
Rhomash I'd like to do a perception check in the area to see if there's a way out.
Okay, go ahead and do a perception check.
That's a 19.
You know what? I'll say that you can see that this building that you're in extends past where you can see, but you don't see any sort of immediate ways out of here.
I got nothing, Mikhail. I'm looking around. I can't even see the end of this fucking building. Do you think we should just stay put, or we should start trying to just wander in a direction and hope to the gods we find a way out?
So, there appears to be a center of action, yes?
Yeah, I guess. The big boss there might be the center of attention at the moment.
Following, the logic that there must be a center to this, if we go along the extremities away from it, we could possibly avoid attention while still looking for an escape?
Sure. Let's do that. I like that. Let's start sneaking.
And I guess we're making our way away from the center.
Tactically and stealthily it goes.
Yes.
Alright, so I guess both of you do stealth checks for me real quick.
That's a 10.
That's an 11.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna jump back over to the other realm now.
So we came through this portal, or at least I did. This guy named Roland created, and I guess I don't know why I'm here, or why it even sent me here. but I'm here to party now.
Oh, Ryder, that was a wonderful song, except for the whole Roland part. Ugh.
You know what? Have we met Roland before? He said that he knows us.
He is a vile man. I wish not to talk of him.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you want to talk about?
Oh, let's talk about you.
Oh, shit. Okay, so, I, kind of got this thing right now, and I kind of can't do some stuff. I mean, it might be broken. I don't know how to tell you this. You're looking right through my facade, aren't you? Shit.
Of course. We can come back to these deceptions later. I do love your games, Ryder. What of your friends? Tell me more about them.
Listen, one of them is a dark elf, and the guy, seriously, is addicted to Bahamut. I mean, can you believe that?
Bahamut? Oh my! Oh man, I haven't seen Bahamut in so long. Man, the last time we met, it was kind of bloody, but still great guy. I mean, come on. But like worshipping him though?
Yeah, he's been doing it for over 1,000 years.
He still has followers. Oh my gosh!
I know, I didn't know either. I guess they have a whole commune outside.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. And
how quaint!
We got ourselves. I don't know how they got him. We got ourselves a brain dead dragonborn too. I swear that they said that his brain got eaten by a mind flayer, and it got put back inside of him. And he forgot all of his magic. His magic keeps screwing up on him. It's hilarious.
Oh my! What sort of crazy homebrew D&D rules let that happen?
We just got real meta.
Wow. They both stop and stare at the audience.
Yeah, that's the stop and look at the audience for 3 seconds moment.
So, and they got this, Steve. He's a dwarf. That's already really funny. Are you kidding me? A thieving dwarf. He's a bumbling idiot and a coward. I hate this guy. He's the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met in my entire life.
I mean, what dwarves aren't thieves, am I right?
That's true.
Oh, Ryder, your friends sound so interesting. You will have to bring them here. We'll have such fun.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna... I kind of need him right now. I have a debt to pay with somebody, and, they're kind of a good means to an end right now.
Excuse a debt. Ryder, my dear, I thought that our debt was sort of a mutually exclusive agreement.
I mean, with mortals, that's something else. Don't worry about that.
Ryder, you disappoint me. We will have to discuss this more, but for now, the guards will show you to your chambers. Please, show him to his room. We will talk later. Goodbye.
Oh. Hi, I guess.
And, she doesn't look super happy with you as you're shown to your room. We're gonna jump back to Joshamee. Joshamee, it has been several hours at this point that you have been sitting here doing essentially nothing. What have you been filling your time with?
Well, he took a nap, and then when he woke up from that, he realized that he should probably let Roland know kind of what's going on, so he scrolled in Thieves' Cant down by where the messages were like, hey, everyone else left, but I'm still here. Please teach me your teleporting ways when you get back. Joshamee. P.S. I told them not to go, but they wouldn't listen, and I'm not strong enough.
So we'll say you wrote that before you took your nap. And after you woke up, there is a message that has appeared in Thieves' Cant next to your message. And it just says, Don't be a fucking kiss ass.
Fair enough. You know, they told me that back in my job interview years ago, but I never listened.
Okay, so it's Joshamee just going back to the bottle. Is that all he's doing for now?
Yeah, he's just gonna sit back and pull out his flask and
sit back and kick back.
Yeah.
God, you add so much to this game.
All right.
I know, I'm amazing.
All right, let's go back over to the other side here. We've got Rhomash and Mikhail. You've been sneaking through this facility for a little while. You've kind of, I think, wound through a little bit of the facility, and you found that most of the... I think you covered kind of sort of one entire wing of it, and you found that it's pretty much empty. There's a lot of rooms that are currently not being used. They look like they could be occupied, like they could be converted to start being used again, but at the moment there's nothing going on in them.
Do we see any like gizmos or gadgets just lying around that might seem of particular interest to us? This is after all a weapons factory.
Not really. A lot of the, at least not where you are, a lot of the stuff seems to be contained to the main area where the work is currently being done.
Of course, being bound by the technology of whatever world we're in. Are we talking like weapons that can be used in hand-to-hand combat, or are we talking like...
We're talking fucking laser guns here, boy.
Okay, again, are we talking about laser guns that we could mount on the moon, or personal? I'm talking like, are we talking person-to-person weapons, or larger weapons, like engines of war? Is it basically an aircraft plant, or is it a machine gun plant?
Go ahead and do an investigation check for me.
Oh, heck, do I understand the weapons of the time? That's a 16.
A lot of what seems to be being churned out here is of a personal use nature. A lot of the weapons you recognize, there's a lot of sort of simply hewn, like, swords and pikes and things like that.
Nothing forged and tempered, or is it like rough-hewn weapons, or...
There's actually, there's a good mix of things. There's a definite...
Some form of craftsmanship.
I will say there's different levels of craftsmanship that you see depending on what area you're in.
Okay.
The big guy that you saw in the middle is making weapons that seem to be of very fine craftsmanship.
Okay.
So as you are sort of working your way through this facility, you've kind of wound your way back to the center area. And as you go to sneak through, Rhomash kind of places his hand on one of the crates to catch his breath. And something about the way that crate was sitting there just was not quite right, and him leaning against it causes the entire stack to topple over. And you are completely exposed to this large forge belly that's in the center of the room.
Rhomash gives a small wave and a little grin.
Run.
Okay, and we're gonna jump back over to the other group now. What is Seebo doing?
Well, Seebo got through the portal, went invisible. First thing he kind of perceives or notices is Ryder up on stage and this queen lady. So he watches Ryder, and then as he's getting escorted away, he decides to follow and find his way through kind of the area towards where he is.
Okay, so you're just sort of following him.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and do a stealth check with advantage.
Okie dokie. That's going to be 19.
Yeah, I think you're able to follow behind these guys without too much trouble. They bring Ryder to a room and show him inside, and even though he was escorted by some guards to the room, they don't lock him in or anything when they shut the door.
Okay. Is there a keyhole?
Yeah, there's a keyhole.
Alright, Seebo is going to squeeze through the keyhole then as the shadow, And once getting inside the room, his attention is not on Ryder, but rather the area. He's gonna quickly go around the room, check everything out, get a scope of everything. If there's a window, he's gonna stick his head out the window and see what's over there, and basically make sure that everything is safe before unshadowing.
Okay. I guess do an investigation check.
18.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple room. There's a bed, a dresser, and like a wash basin in there. There is a window. The window is currently closed. Are you going to open the window, or are you just looking out?
Can't open the window if there's any gap.
Oh yeah, because you can't interact with it.
If there's a gap or anything like that, he can squeeze through and kind of stand on the windowsill.
Yeah, there are no gaps.
Okay, all he can do is look through the window.
Okay, as you look through the window, you see pretty much the same thing you saw up on the top part of this tower. You are an indeterminate amount up in the air. It's the ground is definitely somewhere far below you, if in fact there even is any ground. You see no ground layer. There's like clouds.
Just to clarify, when we were teleported here, basically like this whole structure is just one big tower.
Correct. Yes, it's just like a large cylindrical tower.
Okay.
So you went down a floor or two to get to this room.
Okay. Were we on the top beforehand?
Correct.
Okay. After that, Seebo's going to unmask himself in shadow, return to the whatever plane it is exactly that they're on, and just look right at Ryder. Where the fuck are we?
We are in the plane of, or the circle of hell that is run by the matron who gives me my powers, Shidon Valuptua, and you should not be here.
Yeah, I kind of got that. I'm wondering why you're here. I'm wondering why you walked through that fucking portal. I'm wondering how we're gonna get out of here.
Well, it seemed like it would push the plot along.
What are your intentions?
I don't want to be here, and I don't know how I'm getting out of here.
Well, let's start, you're from here, yes?
No, my matron is from here, so I've been here, quite a few times. I can't tell you how I've gotten out of here. I just have.
You're no help to me, then. You can stop talking now, Ryder. If you don't know how to get out of here... you said you're working for the Blackwaters, yes?
Yes.
And how did you come about that? One doesn't simply just appear. Did you make a deal with someone else? Did this queen, did she release you? How? I don't understand. What do you mean you don't know how you got out before? You've gotten out multiple times before?
Yeah.
You can't tell me, or you don't know?
I don't know how the Blackwaters got me out of here. I really don't. Listen, you being here is very bad for your health. Believe me. She's going to demand a sacrifice. And that sacrifice, it's probably going to be you, seeing as you're the only one who's not supposed to be here.
Okay. Fine. Let's... You don't know how to get out of here, I'll figure it out myself. Please, could you... what can you tell me about this place? It appears as though we're in the sky. Could you tell me how high up we are? Could you tell me where we are?
You do know that we're in an extraplanar place, so that everything... We could be miles above the ground, we could be miles below the ground. I don't know, things don't make sense here. It is one giant party filled with booze and blood and eating and killing. It's a free-for-all up here.
So you tell me
And
it's
with
a party.
that, the door of your room swings open quite suddenly. And standing there is Lady Valuptua, and she says, "Oh, wonderful, you've found a friend. Now you have a partner for the tournament tomorrow. Good night."